Dear learners, welcome you all to e-learning platform. Now we have reached week 4. In this week we are going to conclude Jane Eyre with literary criticism, and that is feminism, most importantly in Jane Eyre, written by Charlotte Bronte. Me as usual, Faisal Ahmed with you throughout this lecture. Let's begin. Feminism in Jane Eyre. Feminism has been a prominent and controversial topic in writings for some time. In Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, the main character Jane Eyre explores the depth at which women may act in society and finds her own boundaries in Victorian England, as well, along with the notions of feminism, often follow the subjects of class distinctions and boundaries. The Mad Women in the Attic, the women writer and the 19th century literary imagination, published in 1979, examines Victorian literature from a feminist perspective. Authors Sandra Gilbert and Susan Goover draw their title from Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, in which Rochester's mad wife Bertha stays locked in the attic. Attic is actually a good term. Bertha becomes a symbol of the female characters in English fiction. Victims of society whose stories are forced to silence and told uniquely by male points of view. At this stage, we are ready to try to reread Bertha's story from a post-colonial perspective, who is from African Jamaica. Feminist critique. Women education. Women education in Victorian age. The great advance in the education of girls and women may be tracked back to the early activities of the governesses benevolent institution founded in 1843. These schools were founded to make teaching a profession for women. In London were founded King's College and Queen's College as a home for these and other classes allowed to present themselves at the local examinations of Cambridge. I dream of a day when everyone will have access to education and knowledge, whatever their job or station in life. Every person should be allowed to grow intellectually and morally through education. Prejudices are most difficult to eradicate from the heart, whose soil has never been loosened or fertilized by education. Quoted from Jane Eyre. Conclusion. Charlotte Bronte gave a new concept of marriage in the novel. Jane Eyre is quite independent in deciding her future with Rochester. She chooses her love over religion and society's norms and values. Though there is an age gap between Rochester and Jane, but they decided to get married because they loved each other. She rejects him after knowing about his first wife and later accepts him without any compulsion. She is also economically independent. Unlike the other women, she does not depend on anyone and earns her livelihood. Throughout the novel, Charlotte Bronte stresses on three things: rights of children, right to the corruption for women, the right of governance, and right of education for women. The other I have added with the three. Morality and intellectuality transcend the division between sexes. Both men and women are subject to the same vices and virtues. Therefore, Bronte argues men and women should be subject to the same advantages of education. so as both sexes may exercise their minds and maintain themselves morally. A quote from Jane Eyre: I am no bar, no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. That's all. Thank you very much for being with me. See you. Talk to you more with a new text in week 5. Bye bye.